The Bali Myna, also known as the Bali Starling, is a species of bird that is endemic to the island of Bali in Indonesia. It is a small, striking bird with snowy white plumage and distinctive blue skin around its eyes. Bali Mynas are highly endangered, with fewer than 100 individuals left in the wild due to habitat destruction, hunting for the pet trade, and other human-related activities. In response to their dwindling numbers, the Bali Myna has been the focus of intensive conservation efforts, including captive breeding programs and habitat protection. The Bali Myna is considered a symbol of Bali, and it is an important part of the island's culture and tradition. It is also a popular bird in the pet trade, although it is illegal to export them from Indonesia. Despite the efforts to protect and conserve this species, the Bali Myna remains critically endangered and continues to face numerous threats to its survival. The Bali Myna is a relatively small bird, measuring around 25 centimeters, 10 inches, in length from the tip of its beak to the end of its tail. It has a distinctive white plumage with black tips on its wings and tail, and a blue patch of skin around its eyes. The beak is yellow, and the legs and feet are black. Both males and females have similar appearances, although males may have slightly longer tails. Overall, the Bali Myna is a very beautiful bird, with its white plumage and striking blue skin around its eyes making it one of the most visually striking birds in the world. Its beauty has unfortunately made it a target for illegal poaching and the pet trade, which has contributed to its critically endangered status in the wild. The Bali Myna, like other birds, goes through a life cycle that includes several stages, including breeding, incubation, hatching, and fledgling. Breeding: Bali Mynas breed from April to June. During this time, pairs of birds build nests in tree hollows or nest boxes, and the female lays 1 to 3 eggs. Incubation: the eggs are incubated for around 12-14 days, with both the male and female taking turns incubating the eggs. During this time, they will also defend their territory and the nest from potential predators. Hatching: once the eggs hatch, the parents will feed the chicks a diet of insects and other small invertebrates. The chicks will remain in the nest for around 25-30 days, during which time they grow and develop. Fledging: once the chicks have grown enough feathers and have become more independent, they will leave the nest and begin to learn to fly. The parents will continue to feed and care for the chicks for several more weeks, after which the young Bali Mynas will become fully independent. It is worth noting that Bali Mynas in the wild may face a variety of challenges during their life cycle, including habitat destruction, predation, and human interference, which can impact their breeding success and overall survival. Here are some interesting facts about the Bali Myna. The Bali Myna is one of the rarest birds in the world, with fewer than 100 individuals left in the wild. The Bali Myna is endemic to the island of Bali in Indonesia, which means it is found nowhere else in the world. Bali Mynas are monogamous and form long-lasting pairs with their partners. These birds are omnivores and feed on a variety of insects, fruits, and small invertebrates. Bali Mynas are known for their beautiful white plumage and striking blue patch of skin around their eyes. The Bali Myna is considered a sacred bird in Balinese Hindu culture, and is often featured in traditional ceremonies and festivals. Bali Mynas were once heavily targeted by poachers for the illegal pet trade, which contributed to their critically endangered status. In an effort to conserve the species, captive breeding programs have been established, and some Bali Mynas have been successfully reintroduced to the wild. The Bali Myna is a member of the Starling family, Sternidae. Bali Mynas have a loud, high-pitched call that can be heard from a distance, which they use to communicate with each other and defend their territory. It is not recommended to keep Bali Myna as pets for several reasons. Firstly, Bali Myna is a critically endangered bird species, with a wild population estimated to be less than 100 individuals. Due to their rarity, Bali Mynas are protected under Indonesian law, and it is illegal to own or trade them without proper permits. Owning one as a pet may contribute to the illegal wildlife trade and put the species at further risk. Secondly, Bali Mynas are highly social and intelligent birds that require a significant amount of mental and physical stimulation to thrive. In the wild, they live in flocks and engage in complex social behaviors. In captivity, it can be challenging to provide them with an adequate environment to meet their needs. Keeping them in a small cage or without appropriate stimulation can lead to stress, boredom, and health problems. Finally, Bali Mynas are not easy to care for, requiring a specialized diet and a specific set of environmental conditions. They are susceptible to several diseases, including avian influenza, which can be transmitted to humans. In summary, it is not advisable to keep Bali Mynas as pets. It is essential to respect the welfare and conservation status of these birds and focus on their preservation in the wild.